Every guy wants to build bigger arms. It's one of the reasons that most people start working out in the first place. Now, it's no secret that I don't have the biggest arms in the world, but Jurgen Klopp can't play football like Mohamed Salah, and yet Jurgen is the one that's coaching Salah.
Well, the best word I can say, but will describe this, was boom. Ooh, what was this? It was really good.
I say that to say I don't have to have 20-inch arms and take steroids to be able to teach you how to build bigger arms. I've built around 4 inches to my arms in the last 4 years, and so that qualifies me to teach you, and also I'm an amazing coach. First of all, I'm happy that we're doing a video on how to get bigger arms, because most people are doing videos on how to get bigger biceps. And what you have to understand is the arm has 2 muscles. It has the biceps and the triceps. Everybody's trying to get bigger biceps when the bicep is only taking up 1/3 of the total arm size, which means 2/3 of the total arm size is actually coming from the triceps. So obviously we want to be training both the muscles, but you do have to understand that the triceps is the way to really get bigger arms, even though we're not going to neglect either one of them. If you are a total beginner, I'm going to show an image on the screen right now of what a bicep and a tricep looks like, just so you know that for sure. Now, I don't want to get too technical in this video. I don't want to confuse our beginners, but also at the same time, I need to explain this, and I'm going to try and explain it in the easiest way possible so that everybody can understand. The bicep muscle has 2 heads. So it has the long head and the short head. The triceps muscle has 3 heads, hence the name tri, and they have the long head, the short head, and the medial head. That's important because when choosing exercises, we want to choose exercises that hit the long head of the bicep and the long head of the tricep. The reason that we want to do that is because the long head is the bigger of the 2 heads, or the 3 heads in the case of the triceps. So when we're choosing exercises, I don't want you selecting exercises at random, just doing rope pull downs or overhead extensions. If you want to build bigger arms, you need to be strategic about what exercises you're selecting. Real quick before we get into the tactics, if you're getting any value from this video so far, then consider clicking the subscribe button, and if you click the little bell as well, that will notify you every time I upload YouTube videos. I teach men how to get ripped without giving up their favourite foods. That's what I specialise in. And also don't forget, if you want to stay right until the end of the video, I'm going to share with you a bonus tip. This tip is going to be the #1 thing that holds you back from bicep growth and tricep growth. So if you don't have this one thing, you're going to be struggling. You won't build bigger arms without this one tip. So let's talk about what type of exercises we can do to hit those heads. Now, you don't need to complicate things and have 6 different exercises for biceps and triceps. Let's keep it simple. So to hit the long head of the triceps, what we need to do is get the arm above the head. The best way to do this is with the dumbbell skull crusher. There is no better exercise for building triceps than dumbbell skull crushers. There never has been, and they never will be a better exercise than that for the triceps. That's what I recommend. For the biceps, to hit that long head, I recommend hammer curls. And the added benefit to hammer curls that all the bicep exercises don't have is that hammer curls also bring in a little muscle at the side of the arm called the brachialis. Most people don't even know that this muscle exists, and it's going to allow a little bit more thickness to the arm. In terms of how many sets and reps to do per week of these 2 exercises, I personally recommend working in the 8 to 12 rep range, and that's how many times you lift the weight if you're a beginner and you don't know that. The reason I do this is because it allows you to get enough stimulus to the muscle, but it also allows you, it's not too heavy, that you're rocking the weight back and forth, and that you can actually control the weight with this rep range. In terms of how many sets to perform each week, we're talking about direct exercise. So these 2 exercises count as direct work to that muscle. I think something like a bench press is more indirect work. But I recommend around 6 to 9 sets to start out with. You can always boost that to around 12 sets per week, but certainly 6 to 9 is the total range that I recommend. Some people are training, 20 sets for biceps per week. That's just too much. You have to think about how big the biceps and triceps muscles are, especially the bicep. It's a very small muscle in comparison to the back, in comparison to the legs, those bigger body parts. You don't want to be hammering that, because you can only grow as much as your body can recover. So if you're not allowing your body to recover, you will not grow anymore. By doing more is not always better. It goes without saying that you need to be training the whole muscles in the body, the chest, the back, the legs, the shoulders, and the arms, not just the arms. And if you need more information on that, I have other videos that you can look at. I have the only 4 exercises you need. I have other videos where at the end of the videos I talk about an actual training program to help you guys out. A big thing that people miss out of these type of videos is this tip I'm going to give you right now, and it's basic but it's so important, and that is before you're looking for the 2 magic exercises to get the biggest biceps and all of those things and the hacks to lose body fat and all of that, get your fundamentals right, get your sleep right, get your consistent training plan mapped out, and make sure you're actually going to the gym and hitting those sessions. Make sure you're eating the correct foods and researching about nutrition. And if you need a nutritionist or someone to make you a diet plan, regardless of whether it's me as a coach or somebody else, you need to have something laid out that you're consistently working on before you just keep looking for the little tips. As I promised, the bonus tip, and like I did say, you will not be able to build bigger arms if you don't utilize this tip. And that is take your ego out of your arm training. A lot of people in the gym, just next time you go to the gym, I know the whole situation in the world right now, we can't always go to gyms, but next time you do go to a gym, just watch how people are training arms. 80 to 90% of the guys in there are throwing weight around like this, rocking back and forth, and they're just doing that to try and impress people in the gym of how much weight they can lift. If you want to build bigger arms, you have to work the target muscles. If you're trying to work the bicep, the best way to perform a bicep curl is to come up nice and slow, squeeze the muscle at the top and bring the weight down slowly. Not to throw it up and throw it back down. That's not the best way to train the arms. And if you want to build bigger arms, you have to focus on building that muscle, not about how much weight you're lifting. Also, if you did get any value from this video, once again, just consider clicking the subscribe button. It really helps me out and it's going to help you out as well.